Right now at noon, Governor Evers has a message for Wisconsinites ahead of Halloween weekend as coronavirus cases in the state rise. And both President Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden are headed to the Badger State ahead of the election next week.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kent. Thanks for tuning in. Governor Evers is again pleading with Wisconsinites to wear a mask and avoid gatherings, especially for Halloween. He says the state is in a much more dire situation than it was in the spring. He says the 7-day average of daily deaths is higher than it's ever been, and the 7-day average of cases has increased by more than 500% over the last 2 months.
Every time you choose to stay home, every time you decline a party invitation, every time you get to take out instead of dining in, and every time you make another sacrifice after months of sacrifices, you help stop the spread. The choices you make every day could be the difference between preventing a hospitalization or even saving a life.
The governor also called on Republicans for not leading by example, not wearing masks, and choosing to host large rallies. Right now, Wisconsin has over 216,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. That includes 1,976 deaths. DHS says over 116,000 Wisconsinites have recovered, but almost 45,000 cases remain active. Daily coronavirus cases in the U.S. reached a new high Thursday with more than 87,000 new cases reported. There's also more than 1,000 deaths nationwide. As cases continue to surge across the Midwest, Michigan's governor tightened restrictions on indoor gatherings Thursday. Officials in Wisconsin warned they are reportedly on track to run short of ICU beds in 2 to 6 weeks. In South Dakota, the positivity rate is an astonishing 46%, meaning nearly half of all tests are coming back positive.
We are now seeing so many more people who are congregating indoors where we know the virus concentrates.
According to data from Johns Hopkins University, the 7-day average for daily new cases in the U.S. rose over the past 2 weeks from more than 53,000 to more than 76,000, and the 7-day average for daily new deaths over the past 2 weeks rose from just over 700 to just over 800 nationwide. Well, a sunny and cool start to the weekend. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warm weekend forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mark. We are seeing more sunshine out there today, as I said it would, so that's certainly some fantastic news for us. Temperatures, though, are still a couple degrees cooler than where they were just 24 hours ago. 38 is where our temperature stands. Winds coming out of the north at 7 for us. The dew point down at 20, so our air is certainly quite dry. 39 in Janesville, 35 in the Dells right now. Boscobel and Prairie du Chien are some of the only spots in southern Wisconsin that have temperatures in the 40s. We can add La Crosse to that as well. But still, we are clear. There are no flurries. There's no rain. There's no cloud cover showing up for us across the upper Midwest. You've got to go pretty far towards the East Coast if you want to find that. So enjoy the sunshine this afternoon. We're going to see sunshine and warmer temperatures tomorrow afternoon before a trick comes our way into Sunday. Mark?
The sun helps, that's for sure.
It does today. It's the same as yesterday, but it feels much better with that sun.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris. A Lake County, Illinois judge is expected to rule by 5 o'clock today on whether Kyle Rittenhouse will be sent to Wisconsin to face charges stemming from the fatal shooting of 2 men and the wounding of a third during protest in Kenosha back in August. The mother of the 17-year-old Rittenhouse, who is accused of killing 2 demonstrators in Kenosha, is among those slated to testify at a hearing in Illinois to decide if her son should be extradited across the border to stand trial on homicide charges. During today's hearing, Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyers are planning to call an expert on self-defense and former homicide detectives in their long-shot bid to block his extradition. Madison police are searching for the person who shot an 18-year-old while he was in the car with his friends last night. The man and his friends had met up with the suspected shooter on Northport Drive just before 10:30 p.m. The group started to drive around the area until an argument started. Police say the shooter shot one of the people in the car. The shooter got out of the car and ran away as someone in the car called 911. The victim is being treated at the hospital and is expected to recover. Madison police do not believe this was a random shooting. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help locating a Huber inmate who failed to return to jail. Deputies say 30-year-old Robert Lee Haley failed to return to jail after a pre-approved medical appointment. Haley has active arrest warrants. He has no current address but does have a previous address in Beaver Dam. Officials say he is serving a 9-month Huber sentence for a sexual assault-related crime. If you know where Haley is, contact the Dodge County Sheriff's Department. Both presidential candidates are making the last push for Wisconsin voters today. President Donald Trump will be in Green Bay today at 3 o'clock. This is the third time within a week the president has been in Wisconsin. He was in Waukesha on Saturday and West Salem on Tuesday. Ivanka Trump is also campaigning for her father today in Johnson Creek. Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden will also be in the Badger State today. Biden will be in Milwaukee around 6:30 tonight. His campaign has not released details of his campaign stop. Former President Barack Obama is expected to join Biden on the campaign trail this weekend. No word if the former president will be in Milwaukee tonight. It'll be the second time Biden has visited Milwaukee this election campaign. We are entering the final stretch of the 2020 presidential election, and each candidate is shifting his focus from winning over new voters to making sure the supporters get out and vote. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Trump and his Democratic challenger Joe Biden are battling it out in key Midwestern states today.
We're going to be in Iowa, we're going to be in Wisconsin, so I thought I'd stop in Minnesota. I don't take anything for granted. We're going to work for every single vote up to the last minute.
Each candidate is focused on making sure supporters get out and vote.
When you use your power, the power of the vote, we literally are going to change the course of this country for generations to come.
You have to get out and vote. We are creating the greatest red wave in the history of our country.
President Trump will head to Wisconsin and Michigan, 2 states he narrowly won in 2016 and are key battlegrounds this year.
We're doing incredibly all over, and this isn't based on polls. This is based on fact. This is based on votes that are coming in.
The travel schedule tells the story of where this race could be won or lost, and it could come down to 2 states, Florida, where both candidates campaigned yesterday, and Pennsylvania, where both candidates are headed this weekend.
I really don't know. It truly is up in the air.
Professor Larry Stratton of Waynesburg University in southwestern Pennsylvania says the key is turnout in the areas where each candidate is strongest.
If you drive in the suburbs of Philadelphia, I was there 2 weeks ago, there are Biden signs everywhere. In some of the suburbs of Pittsburgh, they would be mixed. In this area, it's overwhelmingly for Trump.
Biden is still leading in the polls in Pennsylvania, but President Trump narrowed the gap. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Texans have already cast more early ballots ahead of next week's election than they did during all of 2016. That signals an unprecedented surge of voting in a state that was once the country's most reliably Republican, but may be drifting toward legitimate battleground status. More than 9 million ballots have been cast as of today in the nation's second most populous state, exceeding the 8.9 million cast in 2016. This year's numbers were aided by early voting being extended a week amid the pandemic. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Halloween is tomorrow, and the recipe we're making today is spookishly eye-popping.
Election season is here. Remember, who you vote for is secret, but whether you vote is public information. Your friends, family, and neighbors can look up your voting record. This year, whether by mail, early, or on November 3rd, be sure to make a plan to vote. And after the election, your voting record will be updated based on your participation on November 3rd. So vote on or by November 3rd.
To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus.
We need increased federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. It's a simple measure. Everyone needs to wear a mask in public. We need real plans, real guidelines, with uniform, nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Menards carries the essential supplies you need and everything in between. Save on Rayovac batteries. Right now, get a 24-pack of AA or AAA batteries for just $7.99 each after 11% rebate. We carry a great selection of pet supplies. PetSafe makes electronic fences, bark collars, pet doors, and more. Right now, save with 11% off on all PetSafe products. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We all know that on its own, his work does not capture the full measure of Joe Biden. Folks don't just feel like they know Joe, the politician, they feel like they know the person. When Joe sticks up for the little guy, we hear the young boy who used to stand in front of the mirror, determined to vanquish a debilitating stutter. When Joe talks to auto workers whose livelihoods he helped save, we hear the son of a man who once lost his job. When Joe talks about hope and opportunity for our children, we hear the father who rode the rails home every night so he could be there to tuck his kids into bed. When Joe talks to Gold Star families who've lost a hero, we hear another father of an American veteran, somebody whose faith has been tested and who knows who to lean on to find the light. A resilient and loyal and humble servant. And through his life, he has never once forgotten the values and the moral fiber that made him who he is. The best part is he's nowhere close to finish.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
From your city to the state, election officials are ready. This Sunday, how they're keeping this election safe and secure.
Sunday morning at 10:30, sponsored by MG&E. Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
With Halloween right around the corner, it seems that everyone is getting into the spirit of things. And whether you're going all out this year decorating your house or you're focused on finding the perfect costume, one thing's for sure, everyone loves ghostly treats. And the ones we're making today, you could say, are eye-popping. All we do is place a package of peanut butter sandwich cookies in a food processor and pulse it a few times until they're crushed. Then we add in some cream cheese and pulse it again until everything is mixed in. Now we roll this into 1-inch balls and we pop them in the freezer to firm up. Then we dunk them one at a time into some white chocolate that we melted in the microwave along with a bit of shortening. Once they're coated, we can turn these into ghostly treats by decorating them to look like an eyeball with stuff you probably have in your pantry. Maybe add a little red decorating gel to make these Halloween creepy. Not only are these fun to eat, they're fun to make. So make sure you have your kids or grandkids help you out. The recipe for what we call cookie eyeballs is online now, along with a collection of some of our best Halloween treats that are party perfect. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a spookier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, thanks, guys. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a sunny start to your Friday, but we could see some cooler weather and maybe some rain or flurries as the weekend goes along. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more ahead in your First Warn forecast.
What's this election about? It's about the people who built this country. What's Biden done for working families? Nothing. Sold us out with NAFTA, now weekly selling us out with China. Trump? Say what you want, but he has our backs. Increased our take-home pay, gave us better trade deals, playing hardball with China, bringing jobs back home. Trump? He's put American workers first.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
How often does Todd Novak vote with Republican Party leadership? 100% of the time. That's right. Now he votes 100% of the time with the Republican Party. Novak voted with his party leadership to protect polluters and let insurance companies cut coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. Novak said he would be an independent voice, then sided with corporate special interests 100% of the time. Todd Novak has changed. He's not working for us.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original window. It's bone chilling.
Folks, there's no need to be afraid of old windows. Just call Feldco for 50% off.
Right now at Feldco, get 50% off windows. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
50% off ends Halloween. Hurry, call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
And how you can protest. Let's turn off the noise and look at the facts about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's government-run health care plan. Their plan could lead to hospitals being closed, put Medicare coverage at risk, and give benefits to illegal immigrants. Their plan is just too dangerous for seniors like us. No amount of noise will change that. Learn more at seniorsbeware.com.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
More than 100,000 people in the Madison area say they want to vote absentee this year. And 2, the city clerk can't start counting those ballots until Election Day, which means 3, you should be prepared for it to take longer to get results on election night. But we'll be there to walk you through it. Join us on air on Channel 3000 and on our digital streaming service, Channel 3000 Plus. News 3 Now is ready to track an election day like no other.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Wall Street is spooked again, and how one airline is filling the hole of the missing airplane experience. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The trap door was open once again on Wall Street, and stocks slid further south to end a tumultuous week. Investors continue to fret about rising coronavirus cases around the globe, along with uncertainty over next week's presidential election. New data on consumer spending shows that Americans loosened their wallets slightly in September. According to the Commerce Department, spending rose 1.4% last month. Remaining government stimulus helped prop up households in September. Netflix is hiking subscription costs. The streaming giant standard plan is now up $1 and will cost new and existing customers $14. The premium plan is now $18 versus the previous $16. The price of the basic Netflix plan will stay the same. New members will see the updated prices right away. And folks in Finland can now buy airplane meals at the supermarket. Finnair has started selling its business class meals at grocery stores. The move was made to prevent job cuts at its catering unit due to COVID-19. The main courses up for grabs are beef teriyaki with radish sauce served with grilled spring onion and rice, or smoked Arctic char with risotto. The meals sell for about $15 a pop. They're apparently a hit. 1,600 meals sold within days at one supermarket. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 242 points. The NASDAQ off 239. The S&P 500 down 39. Let's check in with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this sunny Friday, or at least we have the sunshine.
That's right. At least we do. And it looks like the kids aren't going to have to wear long johns and a winter coat for trick-or-treat if they go out tomorrow. So we're all good. And I'm talking with farmers that are just happy that we're going to stay dry, at least for the foreseeable future. Don't want to steal all the weather thunder, but at least it's nice to see that we're going to hopefully continue the harvest and get her buttoned up before deer season. So today I got a chance to visit with some of the folks up in Eau Claire County. The state's largest outdoor agriculture event, Wisconsin Farm Technology Days, is game on for 2021. Talked to a couple different sources. Matt Gluen, who is the general manager of the Wisconsin Farm Technology Days Incorporated Group, says, the good thing about the show is it's outdoors. It is in the middle of a field, not really inside buildings, a lot of space for people to use and spread out. So they've got that going for them. And the other thing is that now we've kind of got a little bit better handle on how we can handle the pandemic. He said they're optimistic that they could actually see a pretty good crowd of people that are pent up looking for that outdoor face-to-face experience. Now, up in Eau Claire County, they had to push pause on their 2020 show that was supposed to be in July, but I just talked to Mike Ginnett, and he said that they have got their volunteers still organized, they've got all their vendors ready to go, exhibitors are still on board. So Eau Claire County says, despite the fact that they're postponing everything for about a year, they still have got the momentum there to welcome a lot of folks to the state's only horseradish farm and probably the largest horseradish operation in the nation. That's Huntsinger Farm in July. Barrel cheese up a big 6 today at $2.53. 40-pound black cheese up a penny at $2.7825. Double A butter down 4 at $1.39 a pound. But remember, Mark, Monday is the day when that $500 million of USDA funds for the fourth phase of Farm to Families Food Box, say that a couple times, goes into play. That's when they're going to start buying on Monday. So that might be one of the reasons why we saw a little bump up on some of these prices.
A horseradish farm. I guess I never thought about it.
See, I'll let you ride along with me. You wear your mask, I'll wear mine.
All right. Have a good weekend. Go Pack.
Go Pack.
All right. See you Monday. Here's Chris now with a look at that weekend forecast.
Weather is pretty quiet across the country, Mark. This is the United States as a whole. The center part of the country, not much going on for you. You do have some snow throughout parts of New England, and then we have some showers coming in to parts of Seattle. But you work your way into the true Midwest. Other than clouds, things are all quiet for us. High pressure continues to remain in control for about the third day in a row for us. But there's a warm front starting to develop out towards the west. This is that next storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest as we speak. That sets the stage for the weather that we'll likely experience as we go through the weekend and into early next week. But for now, this is how things shape up for us. Nothing showing up on radar. High-resolution Doppler continues to be quiet. Expect this to last through at least Saturday before some changes begin to come our direction into your Sunday. Saturday is the treat. Sunday is the trick of the forecast. Blue skies out there right now. Temperatures are chilly, though. It feels better than it did yesterday, although we're actually a couple degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. 38 right now. Of course, we're chilly with those winds coming out of the north. The wind chill down at 33, and the wind chill is something else I'm going to bring up again as we go through this forecast. 35 in the Dells right now, Watoma at 36. We have a couple of spots finally breaking into the 40s. Janesville, you're knocking on the door, sitting at 39. Here's how we go through the rest of this afternoon. I expect those highs to be into the low 40s for us here in Madison. Closer towards the driftless region, you're going to be a couple degrees warmer. You always are out there in southwestern Wisconsin. 29 for your overnight low. This is at 2 o'clock in the morning, though. Check the winds. They're coming out of the south. This means temperatures actually begin to warm up overnight. By 1:30 tomorrow, we're talking a strong southerly wind. Temperatures are going to be right around 50 degrees. So if you're going to be going out for tomorrow afternoon, it'll feel good, but it's going to be windy. So hold on to your hats. 54 for those highs. You work your way further towards the west. That's where we could get closer to that 60-degree mark. Here we are, though, tomorrow night. A cold front starts to work its way on in. There will likely be just enough moisture that I can't rule out a couple of showers. A lot of the model data has been trying to hint at that possibility. Then temperatures begin to drop. By Sunday at 2 o'clock in the morning, that's where we're going to see those temperatures into the mid-30s, and we are staying in the 30s for most of your Sunday. That being said, your trick-or-treat forecast, 50s, then down into the 40s. Watch the cold front that moves into your Sunday. We're talking cooler air settling in. Here's the trick, though. It's a quick moving shot of some cooler air. Strong winds start to move in for Saturday and Sunday as well. A lot of those wind gusts will be upwards around 40 miles per hour for your Sunday, and watch the wind chills. Sunday morning, wind chills in the teens. By Sunday afternoon, wind chills will only make it into the 20s. Temperatures recover, though. Election day, 58 with sunshine, 60 with sunshine by next Wednesday, 61 with sunshine by next Thursday. We'll see a cold front come through that pushes those temperatures back into the 50s.
Sunday looks lovely.
Sunday, man, Sunday has December.
Dark at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm going to listen to Christmas music on Sunday just to give myself, that is the day after Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure folks will be playing Christmas music anyway.
You're allowed. and make some chili.
I know, I'm sure I'll make some chili. Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a Colorado girl is giving back to children who lost everything in the wildfires. We'll tell you how ahead at noon.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Things can change in a heartbeat. I know. My wife and 3 children were Christmas shopping. Tractor trailer killed my wife and killed my daughter. I was probably the only senator ever sworn in a hospital because I didn't want to leave my sons.
For Joe Biden, health care access is personal. And in coronavirus's wake, we need Joe's plan. Double the number of testing sites, free vaccines, save and extend Obamacare. A real plan and the resilience to lead the way. FF PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
If you're on Medicare, remember, the annual enrollment period is here. The time to choose your coverage ends December 7th. So talk to United Healthcare and take advantage of a wide choice of plans, including an AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. It can combine your hospital and doctor coverage with prescription drug coverage and more, all for a low monthly premium, or in some areas, no plan premium at all. Take advantage of $0 copays on all primary care doctor visits, all virtual visits, and preventive dental care. Plus $0 copays on hundreds of prescriptions. And with Renew Active, enjoy a free gym membership. So call United Healthcare and take advantage of the range of plans we offer, including PPO plans that let you see any doctor who accepts Medicare without a referral. Enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare or go online today.
To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus. We need increased federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. It's a simple measure. Everyone needs to wear a mask in public. We need real plans, real guidelines, with uniform, nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
How often does Todd Novak vote with Republican Party leadership? 100% of the time. That's right. Now he votes 100% of the time with the Republican Party. Novak voted with his party leadership to protect polluters and let insurance companies cut coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. Novak said he would be an independent voice, then sided with corporate special interests 100% of the time. Todd Novak has changed. He's not working for us.
Well, empathy can be a tough lesson to teach a child, yet for 6-year-old Charlotte West, it came naturally. When she heard of kids affected by the Colorado wildfires, she was eager to help. Reporter Gary Brody has the story.
You are love.
Compassion can come in many ways.
I hope these help you.
And at any age.
The kids might want to go back home, but they can't.
After seeing the recent wildfire destruction in our state, 6-year-old Charlotte West is proof good is still in the world.
I told Mommy that if they lost them, they might be sad, so I wanted them to feel happy, and I am giving them some stuffed animals.
Just asked if any kids had lost their homes, and I told her that there were probably some that had, and her biggest concern was, have they lost their stuffed animals and their blankies, because those are the things that are most important to her.
Charlotte's mom, Christine West, reached out to the Grand Foundation to see if there was a need.
They said, yes, we have about 10 to 15 children that would love to have the teddy bears.
So Charlotte, using her allowance money, went online and picked out 15 stuffed animals for those kids.
Why are you happy about it?
Because I'm giving my money to somebody else.
She's even writing personal cards to children she's never met.
I hope these help you, I think. Okay, here you go. Oh my gosh, why did I not read the back?
The stuffed animals should arrive by the end of the week.
To help the kids feel better.
I'm so proud of her already at age 6, having the empathy that she does for other people.
Gary Brode, Denver 7.
Some of the wildfires have been contained. However, families still need help recovering from the damage. To donate to the Grand County Wildlife Emergency Fund, visit grandfoundation.com. Here's Chris with one final check of the forecast.
Sunshine sticks around for us today, Mark. We're going to enjoy that. Look for more sunshine tomorrow, too. Today's high 42. Tomorrow's high 54. Sunday, 38. It doesn't come with much cloud cover, but it certainly comes with a whole lot of wind. That means the wind chill will be in the 20s for most of the day on Sunday, in the teens on Sunday morning. 40s come back for Monday, 50s for Election Day, 60s. After that, into next weekend before we're back in the 50s. Overall, it's a benign forecast. Just get through Sunday, folks.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.